Hey everyone! Welcome to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. All the details are in our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this video before we dive in. Thank you so much for being here, because today the entertainment world is buzzing with a rumor that took over social media from the moment the sun came up. Whispers about beloved stars Gökberk and Özge quietly moving in together have surged all morning, lighting up timelines with excitement and debate. Their years of easy rapport and mutual respect have always been visible to fans, but fresh claims from insiders suggest that this closeness has recently grown into something far more intimate than anyone expected. According to what's being said behind the scenes, the pair left the frantic rhythm of Istanbul's center behind and settled into a modest, greenery-wrapped house tucked away in a calm residential neighborhood. It's the kind of place where time slows down. A garden, a stone path, and a sense that the world can't reach you if you don't want it to. That such a house existed had been the subject of hushed rumors for weeks, but this is the first moment in which credible sources have aligned to confirm more than a hunch. Locals report that the two are sighted together often, usually at dusk, when the city softens. Some even claim the couple spends weeknights there after long days on set, choosing quiet over bright lights and flashbulbs. Meanwhile, Özge's recent glow, her relaxed demeanor, her gentle smile and candid shots, hasn't gone unnoticed by fans who comment, "She looks genuinely happy these days," or, "I think they've started living together." On the other side, Gökberk's measured silence about his personal life has only poured fuel on the fire. He posts sparingly, rarely indulging in personal captions, and yet there's a discernible pattern that eagle-eyed followers have been tracking. Photos from the same shorelines, coffee cups placed against similar tiles, shadows caught in the frame that look like two, these are the puzzle pieces they've assembled across nights and lunch breaks, convinced the image they're building tells a real story. Some users even compare timestamps and weather patterns, insisting his and her posts match too neatly to be coincidence. But there's another angle rapidly gaining traction, that the secluded address is more than a home. Those close to both actors, who have long shared a deep love for acting and the craft behind the camera, say the house doubles as a creative studio. The rumor goes that this is where they exhale, it's where scripts are spread across a kitchen table, where characters are tried on like jackets, where ideas collide without the pressure of a dozen curious eyes. Sources whisper that a joint project is brewing, a story they're shaping together, and that this sanctuary lets them dream without any noise. Whether the project will land on a streaming platform or a festival circuit is unknown, but the passion behind it is reportedly unmistakable. Of course, none of this has been officially confirmed. The press has attempted to reach both of their teams, and the only response returned so far is a familiar line, no comment on their private lives. With that refusal, curiosity only spread faster. Every fan account, every entertainment thread, every late-night talk among viewers adds energy to the speculation. The moment those words appeared, all eyes turned toward Gökberk and Özge, as if they could step forward at any second and either stop the story in its tracks or bring it into the light. This wave of talk has had a surprising effect on fans. Some are celebrating what they see as the inevitable. Two people who have carried each other on and off screen discovering how seamless their connection can be behind a front door they both call home. Others are hesitant, reminding everyone that privacy is a rare treasure for actors who live under constant scrutiny. The result is a gentle divide, a split between those who want a public love story and those who believe that silence should be honored if that's what the couple prefers. Yet fresh details keep bubbling up. Certain neighbors insist they've seen the pair carrying grocery bags into the house at night, leaving again before first light to return to their sets. One person claims they heard laughter from the garden and a stray line of dialogue, "Try that again, but softer," as if a scene were unfolding under the stars. Another insists they spotted a corkboard inside through an open window, pinned with notes and a calendar that seems to mark out a production timeline. These tales circle and sharpen into a narrative, that the house is not merely a place to rest, but a living, breathing workshop where two artists push each other to be braver and more honest. Meanwhile, Özge's recent posts feel different. She's still elegant, still composed, but there's a looseness to her captions and an ease in her eyes, as if she's finally exhaling. Fans connect the dots in real time. She looks peaceful, one writes. Look at the light on her face, says another. In contrast, Gökberk continues to keep his counsel. When he does post, it's about the work, a still frame, a fleeting silhouette on set, a quiet horizon at dawn. It's precisely that distance that keeps the conversation going, because silence invites stories, and the internet loves nothing more than a blank space to fill. If you dig into what's being traded in private group chats and among industry insiders, you hear a recurring phrase, creative refuge. That's the idea that resonates. A haven with warm lamps and mismatched mugs where, after 14 hours in costume and makeup, two people can live in their sweatshirts and talk about the shape of a scene until the clock forgets its job. They outline character arcs, invent backstories, pitch one another on twists, and test dialogue until it lands naturally. They write and erase and write again. The thought of that process, so intimate and unhurried, has captured the fans' imaginations more than any red carpet photo could. And yet, for all of this noise, the pair have remained outwardly composed. No official word. No acknowledgement. No denials. Their representatives stand firm behind the same restrained phrasing, no comment on their private lives. In some circles, that's being read as a choice to protect something tender until it's strong enough to stand. In others, it's interpreted as a strategy, to keep headlines at bay until the timing feels right. Regardless, the result is the same. A mystery that refuses to dim. The tabloids, of course, are eating it up. Every fragment turns into a headline, every grain of sand becomes a mountain. And yet, beneath the sensationalism, there's a real sentiment growing, a kind of collective hope that what's happening is rooted in mutual respect and genuine affection. For years, viewers have watched the way Gökberk looks toward a scene partner with intensity, the way Özge holds a pause with grace, and imagined that such compatibility could weave itself into the quieter hours of life. The potential that it has, that it might be unfolding behind a garden wall, feels like the kind of story people want to believe in. As the day unfolds, the rumor morphs from a spark into a flame. Using archive photos, fans point out familiar soft yellow walls, note the identical ivy creeping over a fence in the background of two different pictures, and even compare the texture of a sofa pillow seen from two angles months apart. One account overlays the images and declares a match. Another notes the rhythm of their public schedules, knitting together filming days, apparent rest days, and the hours when both accounts fall silent, probably when they're writing, the caption suggests. Others turn their attention to where this might lead. If the house is indeed a sanctuary for a joint project, the next steps could be an announcement or a quiet drop of a teaser. Maybe a short film that captures the hush of midnight, maybe a series that balances the vulnerability of new love with the complexities of ambition, maybe something none of us can predict, because it belongs to them first. Their shared affinity for layered characters and emotional subtlety makes the prospect tempting. What if the very rumors we're chasing are the prelude to a story they'll tell on their own terms? Still, everything loops back to this: there is no official confirmation. Reporters have made their calls. Agencies have kept their guard up. No comment, they repeat, and that's that. In response, the social media conversation only accelerates, a carousel that won't stop turning. The more people talk, the more people watch. The more they watch, the more each new whisper takes on the weight of possibility. That brings us to the revelation that's dividing fans this evening. Many now believe that Gökberk Demirci and Özge Yagay simply can't conceal the truth any longer, that the quiet intervals between appearances, the matching rooftops and shadows, the serene shift in their energy are all signposts pointing one way. They've built a life that slips past the frenzy, a life with coffee in the morning, with late-night script pages rustling in a small room lit by a desk lamp, with the relentless machinery of fame left outside the gate. They've gone for a house with a garden in a tucked-away neighborhood, far from downtown's roar, and chosen stillness whenever possible. People living nearby continue to talk. They say that the front door doesn't open much, that deliveries are left by the gate, that laughter can be heard on certain evenings when friends come by quietly. They claim the couple keeps a routine, walks in the garden, long dinners at the table, dawn departures back to set, and that the lights in the living room glow until well past midnight. Alongside these claims, Özge's calm presence in her recent photos stands out, a softness that hasn't been lost on anyone, while Gökberk's careful quiet keeps pouring oil onto the rumor mill. In spite of the minimal posts they share, fans insist the clues are unmistakable. The same ceramic mug. The same bluish tint in the morning, as if both windows face east. The same glossy-leafed plant behind two different quotes about patience and courage. It's not proof, they admit, but it's enough to keep their hearts racing. When the comments fill with theories, they read like poetry, or like a room full of people holding their breath together. And then we circle back to that central rumor, the house as a workshop, the home as a studio. It's said that they drift into it after each day's work, let the set fall away, and give themselves to invention. They trade roles like secrets, switch lines and perspectives, build entire worlds and then strip them down to what matters. It's the kind of collaboration that can turn an ordinary weeknight into a page of something that lasts. Whether or not the buzz is accurate, the idea feels fitting for two artists known for intensity and heart. With no official statement, the lack itself becomes a headline. The press tries again, the answer remains the same. No comment on their private lives. Those words are growing familiar, and with familiarity they gain an odd authority, as if they are an umbrella held over something they both want to keep dry. The silence doesn't dissuade anyone, it transforms into a canvas for people to paint their hopes and doubts upon. And so the conversation keeps unfolding, endless and hungry. The entertainment world is watching closely. Producers wonder what the project might be. Casting directors exchange glances and whispers about timing. Fans refresh and refresh, hoping for a sign. Blogs and magazines cover every angle, the living together rumors, the creative lab rumors, the love story rumors, and the notion that all of these might be true at once. What does truth even mean here? Perhaps it's as simple as two people who found a place where the noise can't reach them. One thing is certain, the possibility that they've constructed a quiet life is thrilling many. People are tired of spectacle. They're rooting for something gentler. So they wait. They fill the waiting with guesses. They fill it with screenshots and collages. They fill it with the belief that, in a city that never stops moving, two people have found a way to slow everything down and choose each other, in the in-between spaces, where it counts the most. And so we land here, with two truths living side by side. On one side, the rumor that Gökberk Demirci and Özge Yagais have made a home together on a leafy street, keeping most doors shut to traffic and attention. On the other, the idea that this very home is where they nurture a shared vision, writing, revising, shaping a project that will carry both their names. There is no official confirmation yet, only the steady hum of, no comment. For now, that is the final word, and yet it's not the end of the story. Will they confirm the whispers? Will a trailer appear out of nowhere one morning? Or will they keep this cocoon just for themselves, letting the world discover their truth only when it becomes a piece of art we can hold? The answer will surface in the days ahead. In the meantime, the tabloids will keep spinning, the fan pages will keep searching, and everyone will keep watching the spaces between posts, the frames that almost show more than they're meant to. This brings us to the end of our video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to Turkish Spotlight Secrets and share this video with fellow fans who have been following every twist and turn. Thank you for watching, and until the next update, we'll be right here, keeping an eye on the quiet house with the garden, and on the two stars who might be turning the most beautiful rumor into something real. Goodbye.